to Arcana ATL YouTube channel. I'm Intuitive Empath Sydney Rich, and on this channel, I take you through the journey of the tarot through pick a card readings. And today we're doing number 8, the Strength card. If you haven't checked out the full through the Chariot, make sure to do so because those are timeless readings. And let's go ahead and talk about this Strength energy, okay? So, the Strength card is all about not your brute muscular strength, because it's often depicted by a lovely lady and a ferocious but tamed lion. It's about that mental strength and how you can use your mental strength to persevere through difficult times, the courage that you find to keep pushing, and the idea that you can get through whatever it is that comes in your way. But first you must tame those fears. And that's where the lion or the tiger or the beast always comes into play. We can tame those fears that get in the way of us not being able to strive for what we want or continue on our journey or reach our goals, because that's all mental. So the Strength card is all about that mental ability to keep persevering, keep fighting the good fight, and not allowing our fears to impose themselves on us and stop us from reaching what we know we can achieve, okay? So ask yourself, where do you need to tame the fears in your life when you are picking a card, okay? And I'll see you once you pick your card. Pile number 1, this is your reading. You picked the Strength card from the Afro Goddess Tarot, which I love this one. So cute. Let's see what our tarot messages are. The 3 of Earth from our Mythical Goddess Tarot. Our Zombie Tarot, the Judgment card. Truth deck, we had the 6 of Cups. And our oracle messages from our animal spirit, we had the vulture spirit. Believe in your own magic, we have the phoenix. How's that for happily ever after? Sassy. In our moonology, we have adjustments are required. This is the 3rd quarter moon. So what I'm seeing here for you guys, group 1. Okay, so it feels like the fear, like I said, how do we need to tame the fear that we may have surrounding choices, decisions that we've made? And that's what it feels like here, because I have the Judgment card. Judgment talks about realizing that our decisions and our choices have consequences. And those things can be positive, they can be negative, but we have to understand that we can't be fearful of to make a decision because we are scared of what may happen, or we are scared of what has happened. Because I see with the 6 of Cups, this talks about your emotions connected to something in the past, and that is where your fear is stemming from, okay? And so in order for you to tame that fear that you're going to make the same decisions, you need to understand that that's not necessarily the case, because the 3 of Earth here is talking about this is a time to start manifesting. This is a time to start creating what it is that you are wanting to do. Now is the time to plant those seeds and to understand that what has happened in the past is not that energy, and that fear is not what you are currently dealing with, because she is lit up right here with all her chakras in alignment. And so to tame the fear that you have, that you are going to repeat mistakes from the past, you need to understand that nothing that you have done or nothing that you have experienced was in vain, okay? Because that's what the vulture spirit's talking about. Nothing is wasted. Learn from your past. Understand that things happened the way that they did because that was just what was gonna happen, but it wasn't for no reason. The vulture spirit is saying everything has a purpose. Everything is nutritious to our growth, okay? And so as you tap into your inner strength, your mental strength to persevere, to keep going, you have to make that adjustment that everything is going to fall like it did last time, or this decision that you make is going to repeat itself. No, you have to adjust your mental. Okay, that's the adjustment that's needed here. That's what the strength card is all about, tapping into that mental strength, that ability to say, you know what, mind over matter. I'm going to move forward with confidence. I'm going to move forward with courage and know that I am going to get my happily ever after. The Phoenix is here to say you are rising from the ashes. Do not allow your choices, the judgment of your past, to keep you from moving forward and achieving what you want now. You are not that person. You are allowed to grow. You are allowed to start over. You're allowed to rise from the ashes like the Phoenix. Okay, so don't look at your past as shit, right? That is something that you need to use to nourish yourself and your mental state so you can adjust and really see, okay, the next decision that I make, or how I need to move forward, how I need to tame my fear, is to know that everything that has happened was supposed to happen, and it's just given me more information. So now when I make decisions moving forward, I know, well, last time this happened, because it is time to start manifesting. Okay, it is time to start creating the life that you want and not holding on to the emotions of the past. This is a time to adjust, and through those adjustments you will tame those fears that you have that you're going to repeat the same mistakes, because you won't. I hope this resonated for you. If it did, let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to check out the channel, because you know, here we test our intuition. So if you chose this and it was right on, your intuition is right on. See you next time. Bye. What's up, pile number 2? You chose the Strength card from the classic Morgan Greer deck. Now let's go ahead and see how you are going, how we need to tame your fears so you can persevere and move forward. We have the Seven of Seas, denial in our mythical goddess tarot, the Tower from the Zombie tarot, the Seven of Wands from the Truth deck. Our oracle messages are the Hawk Spirit from our Animal Spirit Oracle. Believe in your own magic, Lioness. How appropriate. You've earned all your stripes. I love that. And our Moonology messages, step out of your comfort zone. So, group 2, if you chose this, how do we need to tame our fears so we can persevere towards our dreams? The first thing is that what I'm getting is that there's this fear. Your fear is like palpable, okay? If you chose this, you may unconsciously live in a state of fear a lot, because with this Seven of Seas, this denial card, this is saying that emotionally you are not allowing yourself to be free of the fear of mistakes, or the fear of not being able to handle things, or the fear of life truly. And that state of denial creates, what you're doing is like creating more chaos for you. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy with the Tower energy here. It's as if you're trapped in your mind and your emotional state is just always like flight or fight, and your adrenaline's going and you're fearful at all times. You're fearful that this is going to happen or that's going to happen. And maybe the Tower is here saying that maybe a lot of things have occurred in your life that haven't been awesome and have been difficult and hard to deal with, and that's created a lot of fear. But we have to understand that you may be living in a state of like I said, fight or flight, where you're not allowing yourself to release that fear, and so it's just compounding on top of itself, and you're creating the reality that you're scared of, actually, by being so fearful. Because the Seven of Wands, this is a battle that you are battling with, okay? It's kind of like that toxic positivity. You've tried that. It feels like everything's great, I'm fine, I'm fine, everything's great, life is great, I'm alive. But that's not necessarily the way to move through fear. Fear is something that we have because it's giving us some type of information where we need to go deeper and we need to figure out why we are fearful, what is blocking us, okay, from allowing ourselves to trust. And so that's the battle that you're going with yourself right now. And what I will say for you, group 2, if you chose this, if you do feel like you have to put on, don't do that. It's okay to not have a good day. It's okay to be concerned. But what's not advantageous is living in that space and not realizing that's where you're living, and that may be why things are, manifesting not in the greatest way, right? Because I see with the hawk spirit, the message here is let spirit be your guide. You can tame your fears by letting go and trusting that spirit, source, God, the universe, divine, however you see that amazing energy, is guiding you every step of the way. You are not alone on this journey. So you can let go of some of that fear, because it's not as if things that have happened for you that may have not been so awesome are like you deserved it. That's not the case at all. But what happens is we attach this this odd connection to things not going well or negative situations to like our worth, who we are. And what I'm hearing now is kind of like channel that strength into conquering those things, not letting them define you. So that's how you're going to channel your strength, because the lioness, you've earned all your stripes. This is saying you've gone through a lot. If you chose this, maybe if you chose this group 2, you've gone through a lot. You've been through a lot. You've seen a lot. You felt a lot, you've experienced a lot, but you've earned every single one of those stripes. And so use that as your badge of honor. Use that as like, yeah, I got this. I've been through hell and back, and I am stronger than I've ever been in my life. The strength card is all about realizing, recognizing, embracing that strength you have, that mental strength to get up and keep going, because you have. But first, we have to step outside that comfort zone of fear and worry and anxiety that everything is going to be like terrible because things have not gone the way that we wanted them to in the past. No, it's time to step outside of that and let the hawk spirit in. Let spirit guide you through your fears so you can tame them and get going to the next part of your life, and to make space for what is yours to have, because you have gone through a lot, and it's time to celebrate that and use that as fuel, not as a block. Okay, so I hope this provided you some insight, guidance, and clarity, resonated with you. If it did, leave a comment below. Make sure to subscribe if you're not already. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because here we test our intuition to get the messages that we need to know in order for us to keep going, right? And keep evolving and connecting with self. So I will see you guys next time on the next figure card. Bye. All right, pile number 3, all right, pile number 3, this is your intuitive message for you today on how you can harness your strength and tame the fear that you may be feeling, and we'll see why you might be feeling a little fearful. We have Ace of Earth, the manifestation, a mythical goddess deck. The 4 of Wands from our Zombie Tarot. The Queen of Wands from our Truth deck. Our Oracle messages from our Animal Spirit, Flamingo. Embrace the in-between. And we actually have 2 Believe in Your Own Magic messages. The Shark and the Sundress. Do it for you. Shark says, swim away from the situation. And our Moonology message is Full Moon, surrender to the divine. So how do we need to tame our fears, or what is blocking us because maybe we're not? So what it really seems like is this, okay, so it feels like you guys are starting something new, okay? So with this Ace of earth manifestation. You're starting something new. You're planting a new seed. And right now, you might be transitioning, because the flamingo spirit talks about embracing the in between. So you might be moving towards something new, okay? And that might be fearful, right? That might be causing anxiety, worry, concern, mental stress, and you're not sure if you can do this, or if this is the right move, or maybe not. Maybe I should wait. All these things. That's the fear that I feel like this, if you chose this group, you may be experiencing this fear of the unknown, if this is the right decision, because you're starting something new and you're manifesting your dreams, but it's scary at the same time. That's what it feels like, group 3, is that this is something that you've always wanted. And when you get what you want, it can be scary and it can be fearful, right? You can be like, oh my God, can I do this? But you can. You're tapping into your strength and you're realizing that this is for you. Use Queen of Wands. You are confident. Be confident in your abilities. Be confident in yourself. Be confident in what you bring to the table, because what you bring to the table, no one else does. And that unique quality is why you are where you are. So embrace that and know and take ownership of that. Be the queen of your creativity, the queen of your passions, of your desires, of your spirituality, and knowing that by being confident in self, you are in alignment with your purpose, because you are building a foundation. So whatever this is that you're planting, wherever you are, group 3, however this resonates, this is going to be something that's going to be long lasting. And it's also something to celebrate. It's also something to be really proud of yourself for. The 4 of Wands is a celebratory card. The zombies here are having a party, okay, y'all? So this is something to celebrate. And you may not understand yet, right? That's where those fears are coming in, because we're not sure where this is going yet. But what I'm getting from spirit is embrace that, okay? From the flamingo, embrace that you don't know, but know that you are on the right track, because whatever you were at before, the shark, it was time to move away, swim away from the situation. There's something that you needed to leave in order for you to plant this new seed, because you're doing it for yourself. Sundress, do it for you. Whatever you're moving into, you're doing it for yourself, group 3, and that can feel scary, because you're stepping out on faith, you're stepping out on what you want, and you're not worried about others or bringing other people with you. You're just listening to yourself, you're being confident, and it's kind of like, I don't know where this is going, but surrender to the divine, okay? Because you are being guided, and although you may not know exactly how this endeavor or this relationship or this connection or this job change or whatever, spiritual journey, however this resonates, you may not know where it's taking you, but just surrender, because you're right where you're supposed to be. So any of those fears that you're feeling, you can tame them by surrendering to the divine and realizing that, okay, this is just an in-between moment before me knowing exactly where this is taking me, but I'm confident in myself that I'm doing what's best for me, okay, sundress. And because of that, I'm going to be celebrating for a long time to come. So I hope this provides you some insight, guidance, clarity, and resonated. If it did, leave a comment below. I love the comments, y'all. It lets me know that you got the message that you needed to get. And if not, you can tell me that too. Make sure to share this with a friend, subscribe, like, all that jazz. And I'll see y'all next time when we talk about the Hermit. Bye.